A town hall meeting was held last week discussing a plan to close or consolidate 9 city schools this year. An audience of about 24 people showed up Wednesday to ask questions and listen to St. Louis public school officials discuss the plan which is currently on the table. School officials made it clear that no final decision had been made yet and that it is still up to the Special Administrative Board to approve any final action.
Most of the schools that we have on the real estate list right now have been closed well over a year. Some have been closed for 6, 7, 8 years. Monroe's set vacant, I believe, for 18 years. So we're not going to do that. We're not going to have an Adams too. Yeah, we're not going to do that. But it will be, at least a year. And if we go on from there, then that's going to be a decision that right now is out of our control. To address, have we looked at what would happen to the neighborhood, and that is one issue. You said something about in other urban areas they sell schools to clean up the neighborhood. The answer is no, not in this urban area. We're not.
On the question of student-teacher ratio, we're bound by DESE regulations, as every school in the state are, in terms of what the maximum number is for any given classroom. We'll always aim for the lowest class sizes that we can, but we're certainly not going to exceed any of those levels. We're going to maintain at the very minimum the DESE minimum pupil-teacher ratios. There are, I'm sorry. Mr. Cobb.
Some stats you can share.
Thank you, Mr. Clark. Good evening. My name is Darrell Cobb, and I'm blessed to serve you all in the Human Resources Department. Let me just provide you with some data. The question is the point is well made, well taken. With regard to the state standards for student-teacher ratio, the state says the maximum in any K through 2 classroom should be 25 to 1. 3 and 4th grade, 27 to 1. 5th and 6th grade, 30 to 1. Currently in our school, we're at the state's minimum, our preferred requirement, which is 20 to 1 K through 2, 22 to 1 in grades 3 through 4, and 25 to 1 in grades 5 through 6. As has been alluded to earlier this evening, if we move staff, then of course we would be moving them to empty classrooms. So that would give us the opportunity of maintaining these ratios.
Well, what the community, the teachers and the community members own the school itself, will they be given an opportunity if the schools are closed in a particular area, like you're talking about Mark Twain, Dunlop, Simmons Marshall, and Mitchell schools being closed, if those schools are closed, is it possible that those individuals in a particular neighborhood that are growing and thriving can buy that school and run that school themselves?
No, not at this time. Because what we're doing is we're going to shrink wrap these schools. If the community has a proposal for usage of that school, for instance, a community center, something like that, we would entertain those proposals. We need to get the proposal and then discuss it. As far as selling any of our schools, to open them up as schools, the answer is no. We are not selling any of our schools to open them up as schools. That is in the deed. That's a deed restriction on all of our real estate contracts.
How are they going to be allowed to participate in that after-school program that's at their new location? Are there going to be activity buses to take them back home at 5:30?
It's the district's responsibility to do, according to Missouri statutes, home to school, school to home. In some of our schools, and quite a few of our schools, we have after-school activities where this child stays at the school and then gets transported home.
So all the studies indicate that smaller classrooms are more conducive to academic progress. If you increase the size of the classrooms, and we're already having problems with academic progress, how do you then, what is the plan for coping with the increased size in the classroom so that it doesn't suffer even more than it already has?
Improving what we offer right now. As we improve what we do, as we improve how our students perform, we get more students back. As we get more students back, the district's viability grows. And then we can work toward decreasing some class sizes. We're not satisfied with having to go to the DESE minimum. We're really not. We would like to lower class sizes to the extent we can, and we're going to the extent that we can. But it's not, this process is not about just elevating class sizes. We're not just trying to pack students into classrooms where ineffective instruction is going to take place. We're working very hard to improve the quality of the teaching and the learning that takes place in all of our classrooms. Our teachers go and teacher assistants go through extensive training, professional development to try and do better. So we're trying to be more efficient. It's not just about pinching pennies. It's about getting the resources where they need to be. Will there be another round of school closings? That's possible if our population continues to drop as it has. Until we can get it turned around, that's always a possibility. We're not looking for it to happen. But that's why this process is so important. We're trying to be very strategic about it. Nobody's just jumping up and saying this one, this one, this one, this one, and make it happen. We're out here talking to you tonight to get feedback, to hear what you have to say. All of that is taken into consideration before any final decisions or any recommendations go to the Special Administrative Board and before any final decisions are rendered.
More public meetings have been scheduled. For a complete list of those dates, visit slps.org. For Pub Def, this is Tomminesha Matchingtouch reporting.